Hello and welcome to a new video. My name is Lucas and today I'm going to be sharing some boots and shoes that I think are essential for the winter wardrobe. I'm going to share a few pairs that I personally own that I wear a ton throughout the winter. Then I'm going to share some pairs that I don't own but I would love to pick up at some point in the future. And before we get started, subscribe if you're new, leave a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's just get into it, starting off with a pair of boots. The first pair of boots is going to be the ROA Andreas. These are probably my favorite pair of boots that I own. I'm not the biggest boot person, but these are probably my favorites, my go-to, the ones that I wear the most, and they make these in a ton of colorways. Really a ton of options for everybody, and the quality is amazing. They are quite pricey, but I do think if you're going to get a good pair of winter boots, that's definitely something you should spend the money on, especially if you live in a climate that it's colder, it gets lots of snow, rain, slush, what have you, and the ROA Andreas are just a perfect, beautiful pair. We of course have the Vibram outsole, got a nice little mud guard around the shoe here. This my pair specifically is like this nubuck material, as you can see, all black with the white and blue speckled laces, which I do love. I think these speckled laces are a beautiful little detail. Now I am a size 8.5 to 9 and I got these in a 41. I had a pair of Andreas lows in a 42 and they were just way too big, so I had to sell them and I got the 41. They're a little bit snug, but they do fit me much better than the 42. So if you're in between sizes, I would personally suggest going down. I know for me, converting US to European sizes is a little bit tricky sometimes, and the ROA Andreas 41 fits me perfectly. Haven't quite broke these out yet, but it did snow a lot over the past week, so it's definitely coming up on that time to break out the boots in general. Now next up is a pair of shoes, which might be, in my opinion, the best shoe for the winter. That is the Hoka Tour Summit. This is the low top. As you can see, we got the classic Hoka chunky Vibram outsole here that they feature on a lot of their boots and shoes. Same kind of vibes as the boots. We got this nice rubberized mud guard that goes all the way around the shoe. Nice nubuck material, metal eyelets. So I definitely have a type when it comes to winter shoes. These are pretty much the exact same, just in a boot version and a low top sneaker version. And like I said, I just think these are the best winter shoe. I wore them yesterday to work. They're not Gore-Tex, but they are very, very waterproof. It snowed about, maybe like a few inches overnight, and my feet were completely dry. I had to walk out to my car and brush my car off and stuff like that. And my shoes, and these kept my feet dry and warm, and the grip is very nice on these. I do believe these are still available at most retailers. And I got a size US 8. I don't know why I went down a half a size, but they fit me. I probably could have got my true size as well if I wanted to, but these are a beautiful pair of shoes and they come in a plethora of colorways. I want to say there was a collab a few years ago that was very, very nice. I don't remember who it was with, but they're beautiful. So Hoka Tour Summit. So if you're not the biggest boot fan and want a nice shoe for the winter, I can't recommend the Hoka Tour Summits enough. And the next pair of boots are my Fracap M120s. Now I did say that ROAs are my favorite, but I think I wear these ones more. I just don't really wear them when it snows a lot because, as you can see, they are all suede all throughout, and I'm just kind of scared of ruining the suede. And of course we got the Vibram outsole on these ones as well. Like I said, suede uppers, leather inside, which is very nice. And the sizing on these is a bit weird. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of converting my US to EU sizes. These are a 42 and they are a little bit big. I probably could have got a 41, but the 42 works for me. My feet do slip around a little bit. Also, it doesn't help that the inside is all leather. So my feet definitely do slip around a little bit, but these are just a beautiful heritage hiker silhouette, very similar to, of course, a Danner. The first one that comes to mind. You can definitely find this kind of silhouette anywhere, really. You can get some vintage, some secondhand ones for great prices. And I think everybody needs a boot like this in their collection, in their rotation for winter, fall, spring. You can really wear it any time. It goes with anything, jeans, trousers. Just a super versatile pair of boots. Now this one was a collab with Packer, a boutique in Eastern United States. I don't remember where exactly, but it was a collab with them, and it came with a little suede brush as well, which is always nice. So nice little details there. Fracap did a collab with NN07 recently, I think, on like a low top version of these. Very, very beautiful. So shout out to Fracap. Love my M120 boots. These are, like I've said a million times, just perfect, beautiful. The quality is amazing, super soft, and I love them. And the next pair of shoes that I wear primarily in the winter are the Oree 1917 high top sneakers. I'm not sure if Ray still makes these. I know he's definitely moving towards specializing in derbies, boots, etc. But these are beautiful. One of my favorite pair of shoes that I have. I don't really wear them much in the summertime because I'm not the biggest high top fan, but definitely in the winter I break these out. Just a more like exaggerated Chuck Taylor, I guess if you want to say, with this crazy rubber guard around here, and then it's just beautiful with the super nice white contrast stitching. These are a size 42, and same with my boots, a little bit big. I maybe could have got a 41, but I think they would have been a little bit too tight, and a 42 is just perfect on these. The quality is amazing, canvas upper, like I said, rubber outsole, just a beautiful pair of shoes. And similar to the Fracaps, they really go with anything. I'm not the biggest fan of Chuck Taylors, but if I can get something similar to a Chuck that's a little bit different, a little bit more out there, these are amazing and I love them a lot. And I'm not sure if he still makes these, like I said, but I know he did release a couple of different colorways of these last year, I want to say, and definitely worth the price. The quality, the craftsmanship, as everything with Ray does, is just beautiful. And yeah, I love these shoes. They are perfect. Now I'll touch on a few pairs that I don't have that I would love to pick up. The first one, I've talked about this pair a lot on my channel in the past years. That is the DMA Roccia. I think that's how you say it, but never been able to pull the trigger on them. They are quite expensive. I don't know anyone that has them. I don't think I've ever actually even like tried them on or touched them, but they're a beautiful pair of boots. Similar, I guess, I don't know how I would describe it, in between like a heritage hiker and a more like ROA type boot. They're very, very nice. Lots of colorways as well. Beautiful contrasting colorways with like a blue upper and like a white or cream mud guard. I think that would be very, very nice. I've seen lots of beautiful colorways. They do tend to go on sale, I think, towards the end of the season. So maybe this year will be the year I finally pull the trigger and pick up a pair of DMAs, but who knows, we'll see. And then a pair of shoes that I recently saw are the Morel One Trail Wilderness SE. And they're basically a low top version of my boots, kind of is how I would best describe them. But now this is a recreation of the very first boot that Morel made. This version comes in a very shaggy, hairy suede, and of course the Vibram outsole as well. I think they'd be perfect for, of course, the winter, but you could also wear them in the summer, the spring. Looks like they go very well with the jeans, trousers, really any kind of shoes you want to pair them with. I think this shoe would look very, very nice with. So those are 3 pairs of boots and 3 pairs of shoes that I think are essential to every winter wardrobe, especially if you live in a typical winter climate where it gets lots of snow and slush. And I can definitely speak from experience because it snows here a lot and I wear my boots and those shoes a lot in the winter time, and they've held up for me for a very, very long time, and I definitely have no complaints at all whatsoever. So if you have any other boot recommendations, drop them down below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.